Welcome to Gilmore Girls Rewatch, a podcast about Gilmore
Girls
and Gilmore Girls. I'm Amelia Taller.
And I'm Evan Lazarus.
And oh my God, 25 years of Lorelai, Rory, and Emily. Give it up.
October 7th, 25 years ago, Amy Sherman-Palladino was given an opportunity to either be a ballerina or make a TV show.
And thank God she chose TV show. And also, we mustn't forget when she did both afterwards with Bunheads.
And then again, of course, with Ed 2.
With what?
Her new show.
Oh, her new show, of course.
That got canceled already.
Oh, really?
For her to have two ballerina shows that got canceled.
It sucks. But it's like, well, back in Gilmore Girls days, like seasons were 22 episodes and we got to have fun.
I know. Oh, back in Gilmore Girl days. We're still in those days. I'll tell you. This show.
I stayed there, dust collected.
In both 2022 and 2023, Gilmore Girls was the most in the top 10 most streamed shows of the whole year.
I
in
know.
Consumable hours.
Did you see the clips of Lauren Graham being like, and we haven't made it $1? Like, I'm glad Netflix is getting rich from that.
No, it's good for them, honestly. They make a little buck from it.
Lauren Graham I just got an Instagram today. She's getting her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Well, and we just had a Lorelai and Rory moment recently at the Emmys.
Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, they built a gazebo on the stage.
Absolutely. They were just as shocked as anyone to see it there.
Yeah, my mom called me and was like, I didn't see the Emmys, but I did see the Stars Hollow gazebo. I said,
it's
period.
So great because either a Miralax commercial or the Emmys is able to bring iconic duos back together.
It is
what I love the most.
There's something to be said for like we were only ever talking about Girls and Broad City, which about 1 million people have watched. Gilmore Girls has been watched by like 35 billion people, and you can quote me on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I actually don't know how. I do think a lot of people have seen it. I also think part of the magic is that anyone who has seen it multiple times. Like it's an audience that's highly invested in a TV show, and I feel like so many of the people almost border on like Harry Potter level of understanding of the TV show itself. Like Harry Potter fans take so much time to really ingratiate themselves in the world. I mean, Universal has built the whole theme park
we
around
need
this.
Gilmore Girl jelly beans now.
We really do. Like there's some real super fans out there.
It is crazy. And it is like, I know we bring it up on the pod and some of you thought maybe that after Girls, we were going to cover Gilmore Girls. But we decided we're just dedicating this episode to that.
We'll see what happens.
What happens.
Hey.
Never say never, Justin Bieber style.
Let's see how we do here first.
Totally. We did make, we made an outline.
You don't understand we are clocking on business.
Clocking on business. We made an outline that is 5 pages. So we've got a lot to get through.
It's four. It's four because I put the text really big.
It is like, yeah, is this 14 point?
It's all the notes app can do.
Tell the people, where are we going to begin?
So I really think that this is an episode to truly just embark on our rediscovery of the love of Gilmore Girls 25 years later. I mean, it's a show we've really approached many times throughout our lives with different appreciation, understanding, and perspective. And I want to give that space. I want to give that an opportunity to talk about. I'm going to hold space for it, honestly.
Yes, we need to hold space.
But one center part of Gilmore Girls, it's its ability to really capture female stories, female relationships. And that is something we're heavily always discussing on this podcast.
When did you first see Gilmore Girls?
Well, I first watched it in college. So it's a little late to the game. I watched it immediately when it was available on Netflix. I kind of caught up when the world caught up to it.
Did you watch the revival at that time too?
Well, yes, of course. Immediately.
I remember staying up my first
Wait, I guess I watched it in high school. I'm sorry.
You did?
Because I remember watching it, and it's actually my second watch. And then I remember the revival came out.
The revival was so major. I stayed up late.
The revival is only almost a decade old.
What?
It's 2016. Isn't that crazy?
Isn't
it insane how time? It feels like it's one of the newest shows we have.
It was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself.
It doesn't feel right.
The fact that I was in college 10 years ago, and it's like, babe, you're old as fuck. Every day I'm so judgmental of like everybody in my grade who's like a parent and married. It's like, babe, we're that age.
Lorelai wasn't that age. She was 16 when she gave birth.
I first watched the show in 7th grade. And to be honest, it was the first like adult show like post Disney Channel. Like it is so clear in my mind that it was like the first show that was like made for like adults. Like I felt very adult watching it, and I watched it with my mom and my brother. Illy?
Glee for me.
Glee.
Sorry.
Oh, I was secretly watching Glee at that time, but I couldn't publicly watch it because my mom wouldn't allow. But Gilmore Girls was huge. Even my brothers watched it, and me and my mom were like had a terrible relationship at that time and like didn't get along, but we loved watching those two girls queen out together.
And it also led to a big revelation in your life.
Of course, lore drop. I found out that the reason my parents got divorced through Gilmore Girls.
Explain.
Okay, so in season spoiler, when Rory sleeps with Dean, even though he's married.
Right. They're opening up Firefly. They're bringing all their friends there for the soft opening to
Luke
understand what's going
and Lorelai finally
wrong.
kiss, and then the episode is then immediately ruined.
Literally.
But anyways, when that
Jason Staples.
Jason.
I do not like Jason Staples.
Is his last name Staples? What is it? Jason Styles.
Ugh, even worse.
Even worse. Fuck that guy. But I remember Dean and Rory hooked up, and my mom paused the DVR and looked at me in the most serious look and said, "You never cheat on someone when they're married." And I said, "Whoa, why do you say it like that?"
When you're married.
And so then I figured out that is my dad was having an affair with my stepmom while my mom and him were still married.
Well, I hate to say something. Oh, I guess Dean is married. I apologize.
Yeah.
Well, Lorelai only gets married for what? A week? Let's not even get into that.
We can't even talk about
No.
No. But yeah, so I feel like I actually learned like adult things through the show. And
of course. I don't think you're alone in that.
Yeah.
I think there is a big generation of people that have learned true, substantial lessons from the show Gilmore Girls.
I mean, there is so much to learn. I think it's also like this show is so rich with character development and like
well, what is this show even? So we could describe it to the people a little bit.
You want me to read a description?
Well, it's not really written out there.
Okay, ready? So originally the show
Well, I think we just talk about it.
the show premiered October 5th, 2000. We were 2 years old. And then it ran for 7 years, although a lot of people pretend it ended in 2006 because we don't like to talk about season 7. And then in 2016 was the revival, the year I graduated high school.
Wait, Sonny, I don't want to bring up the revival. Like, new rule, let's not bring up the revival another time.
We brought it up too many times.
It's enough. Like, I'm sorry for listeners at home. We're not talking about it again.
I'll actually cut all of that.
Keep it in. It's important to acknowledge and also to acknowledge that we're not going to acknowledge it.
Yes, it aired in our formative years. I think that's why it's like the first like complex characters I saw on TV. So I was like, oh my God, they're like real people. Whereas every TV show before that was like Full House, like multicam, like where they're like 2D basically. But I was like, these are 3D women with stories.
Women with stories. It could be the other name for the show, honestly.
Women with stories.
It's fantastic. Right. So it's essentially about a show about this woman named Lorelai who runs away from her well-to-do background in Hartford, Connecticut from her overbearing mother, Emily, because she's pregnant and doesn't want to deal with what her burden of her mother will place on her during this unwanted pregnancy. So she runs away to this town called Stars Hollow and gives birth in this town, and the town takes her in as her own. Then we flash forward 16 years later where Rory is more grown up. She's in high school, and Lorelai is hunting for another way to help her daughter achieve more in this world. And she's estranged from her family at this point, but needs money to help her daughter go to a better school called Chilton. And how does she find this money? She goes back to her mother, and she makes a terrible bargain, a Faustian bargain, to give up her Friday nights and have dinner with Emily and her
Is it so terrible, by the way? Can we talk about the fact that, like, oh no, she can't, like, send her daughter to a preparatory school unless she calls her mom? Like, it's so, like, it's an obvious choice, but it's always, like, so hard for Lorelai. But it's, like, any problem that exists in Stars Hollow.
Well, this is said in the pilot, too. The pilot is at the end of the first dinner, and we'll finish and at the end of the first family dinner, Emily tells Lorelai, because they had this big fight in the kitchen, and Rory and her are kind of feuding as well. She goes, "Isn't it fantastic that you can hold your pride and I get my Friday night dinners?" Because the whole argument is how Lorelai wants to be seen as independent. She wants her own life. She wants to be separate from Emily. And Emily just wants Lorelai in her life. And does not matter the context or the situation. And they're both in now. Like, Lorelai can still keep her pride. Like, she never really asked her parents for money. She never asked for a handout. And Emily is able to have the family, at least the image of the family that she wants, and can feel satisfied from that. And that's truly the thesis of, like, what happens for the next 6 seasons.
So yeah, we set up the core argument. Every episode is going to be this push and pull between mother and daughter, in terms of Rory and Lorelai, and in terms of Emily and Lorelai.
So why do we think this is the most rewatchable show of all time?
As girls who love to rewatch, why have we not rewatched Gilmore Girls?
Because it would be about 4 years if we did it episode by episode.
The Gilmore guys already did it, y'all.
I know.
But it's like, maybe
people love when men talk about women TV shows.
I know they get to have everything.
Oh.
Well, thank God you're not a girl. It's actually
you need
perfect.
outsider perspective.
Yeah.
You really do. I understand it. And it was 2 gay guys.
If there's anyone that I want to talk to Gilmore Girls about and talk about 3 complex female characters with, it's my friend Evan.
Oh, well, we're going to dive into those 3 characters.
Okay, yeah. So what makes it the most rewatchable show of all time? Thank you for asking. I think it is that it's cozy because it's its own thing. It's not like any other show. It's so unique in the pacing, in the style, like in the way it works. It's just like there's no show like it. So it feels so like the special thing, or like the cozy thing, or like it's like almost like the ritual. It's like only your mom's cookies, or like, oh, like your grandma's soup.
It's a family recipe.
It's like a family recipe passed down through generations.
Yeah, it really feels that way. There's something, it is very effortlessly comfortable. Like, I always turn to it in like moments of anxiety or tension in my life as a way to alleviate from it, because of it's TV shows in general. Like, the rewatch is self-soothing.
I was so depressed in high school, and I would just watch this on repeat to like keep my life going.
Yeah, you just need to like zone out, and sometimes like the zone you gotta go zone into is Stars Hollow.
When my mom bought all 7 seasons on box DVD sets, and each disc had 4 episodes, and it would go back.
That's a lot of discs.
Oh yeah, it was like 6 discs per season.
Oh, Jesus.
They were like thick. I have them all still. When I go home, I'm like, Mom, let's put this on.
Yeah, you could use it as a high chair. It's so damn big.
I'm like, it could be the tripod for the podcast. But it was so satisfying to like watch the 4 episodes, and it's like, girl, you went through 3 CDs today. Like,
oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, but
you could turn into a dress afterwards.
It is depression after all.
I mean, it is depression when you have to rewatch a show that much.
Yeah.
But I watch it when I'm sick. Like, it is just effortlessly comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think the largest critique of the show that I always hear is that there's nothing ever happening in an episode. Like, people find a show weirdly slow paced, and especially for a show that is...
It talks so fast.
It's so fast.
So little happens.
Right.
There's like, that's a drug. It's the drug of that duality existing that keeps the girls coming back for more.
Well, it's what keeps viewers coming back, right? Because there's so many little details.
There's always something new.
It's
like,
a moment.
Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, oh my God, I learned a new reference in the last year.
It feels like a Taylor Swift album, like, because
Literally.
of the details packed into it.
It is getting to a point where like I'm closer to Lorelai's age than Rory's age. And now that I'm closer to Lorelai's age, I'm like, bitch, get your shit together. I'm like, Emily has a damn point. Whereas like as a kid, I was like, Lorelai is perfect. She has not even one character flaw at all, is how I was watching the show.
Lorelai? Oh no,
Rory,
the
I've
older you
hated
get, the
from the beginning.
moment you realize the older you get, the more you realize like how flawed Lorelai is as a character.
But like the first, I want to say 8 times I watched it, I said, this is a perfect character who has never made a mistake in her life. And now I'm like, ugh.
Well, it's a mother role. Anytime you watch the TV show, it's so easy to feel that the mother is always correct.
Yeah.
I have a hard time in any show watching the older characters and feel that they're wrong in any capacity. But as you are correct, like the older I get, the more I have experience relating to them. I understand how flawed they are as characters.
How do you feel about Rory Gilmore?
Oh, it's so interesting because, okay, so traditionally people do not like Rory, right? She is a little
Is it
uppity.
just people in our circles that hate her?
I don't think she's loved. Like Lorelai is loved. Like
I literally hate Rory as a character, and every time she talks, I don't care. It's only my love for Lorelai being so strong that I am able to even watch the show.
right, I don't dislike Rory though. I know that
Whoa.
people do, and I understand why people don't like her. They find her uppity, pretentious, especially as the show goes on. She goes to Yale. She feels that she actually isn't a privileged character, even though she is so privileged. And
What does
her not
Logan
acknowledging
say?
that.
You're not exactly paying rent either, are you?
Right, exactly.
Boom.
Boom. Get her ass. But she is 21. You have to give her that. There's something nice about having a female character portrayed in such an intellectual way.
Mm-hmm.
And that all women in Amy Sherman Palladino shows are written as smart and smarter than men.
Yeah, they're both so smart.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
And Emily's smart. I mean, they're all really
no, Emily
smart.
is so smart. They're all very smart. Like Amy Sherman Palladino never rates a weak female character. They're all very intellectual. They always have like a myriad of interests, and it's not just like at the hearth of the family, but it goes much beyond that. And Rory, she is that character that is so always has her like nose in a book. She is loving journalism and wanting to write. Like it is nice to have this refreshing archetype of a character because up until this point, it did not feel like it was the case.
Do you know where I get
It's
frustrated with
2000s.
Rory?
Yeah.
If I'm actually analyzing what irks me about the character is that she's this bookish girl that then is celebrated as the most beautiful and the most desired. Like, it's like if I acted like Rory in high school, no guy would ever flirt with me. Like, it's just like not like she gets to be like the pretty perfect princess
Right.
without even trying, and her hair's like in a low pony and she's like adored. I'm like, if I behaved like Rory, people literally wouldn't even think about me.
Yeah, but I think it's a generational thing of female writers. Like Amy Sherman Palladino, Shonda Rhimes, like when they write like the beautiful character, they are written in a way that's like beautiful without flaw. Like Olivia Pope as example is always seen as correct in every situation. Amy Sherman Palladino does this with Marvelous Mrs. Maisel as well, where Mitch is always just like always correct, always the fastest talking person in the room, always has the right opinion. Like it is, she does not write, even though these are flawed characters, she does not write them as wrong. But I always take TV characters for what they are, which is are characters meant to teach lessons, right? And that I feel like that was the critique with Girls is people were way too critical and they over-examined it and they were like hunting for something to be wrong, where I'm like, it's just a world that these girls are living in, and she's abiding the rules that the world is setting for her.
Literally.
Is there something so wrong about that?
Yeah, it pisses me off.
But why?
It's just like I'm jealous. It's not
Jealous
fair.
of what?
That she gets to like be so taken care of and protected, where I've like never felt that in my life. Like I felt so
But the story,
not emotionally supported.
you know, stories, that's the point. It's like, I don't necessarily feel that in my own life, but it's nice that I can pretend in a world that can happen.
It's the same reason I love Parenthood. It's like I was kind of emotionally neglected. So watching TV shows where the child is not emotionally neglected, I was able to like learn lessons through that I wasn't able to learn from my family unit.
But as you get older and you see Lorelai as more flawed, do you still think of her as a good mother?
Yeah, because she's really emotionally attuned to Rory. And like, yeah, Lorelai makes mistakes and is pretty immature in a lot of ways. And I think like demands Rory to be a character in her life in a way that's not necessarily fair for a child. But she is so present for Rory and like wants to protect her and like wants her to feel loved and supported. Like she's just so like when the Dean and Rory break up and she's like, let's wallow, or it's like she's stressed about the exam so they study, or like Rory freaks out the first day of college so she goes and has a sleepover with her. Like she's so like, you will never be alone. I have you. I love you. I will always show up for you, in a way that like I didn't necessarily experience as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that is what I find most lovable about Lorelai too, and her most redeeming factor.
Yeah.
Because she always puts Rory first, even before her job. Like anything in her life, Rory does come first. And I think the great example is in the first day of college, where Rory is having an awful time. She doesn't really like her mattress or her room, and is having
her weird 15-year-old roommate, and Paris being back.
Oh, and her, I know, too much. Paris, whatever.
What's the bitch who's addicted to exercising? Love her ass.
Blondie. Yeah, but Lorelai comes back to campus and she does a takeout Olympics and they rate everyone based off the food, the distance, and how hot the takeout guys are.
Literally genius. But also, if a mom did that at my college, I'd be like, girl, what's going on?
But it's the nature of the Rory Lorelai, where they're like, they're best friends and they're always in the show depicted as the best friends.
No, it's literally perfect because Rory goes to college and Warner Brothers had to convince the nation that the show would still be the same. So they were like, here's how it's gonna go down, you guys.
Right.
The same dynamic that it has been for the last 4 seasons. We're back. There's just like a different backdrop. Everybody relax. Nobody freak out. Nobody cry.
It works well.
Well, and by the way, remember when they destroyed the relationship in season 6? It broke everyone's heart and everyone's pissed off.
Oh, everyone was so upset they kicked Amy Sherman-Palladino off the show.
And that's why.
I know. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't about contracts.
No. Well, she needed more.
She deserves everything.
She deserves everything. It's hard to have that formal boundary, and it's hard to give consequences to your child. And thank God Rory is so perfect on paper, because if Rory was a monster and Lorelai was acting the way she did, she wouldn't be able to help Rory at all. I don't know if in the show, Rory's accomplishments are always given to her as Rory is a good kid, right? Rory came out great. It's never Lorelai was this. Not that Lorelai is an amazing mother, but it's never Lorelai, you did such a great job raising Rory. It's Rory is such a good kid on her own.
I know. What's so fucked up about Emily Gilmore and Richard Gilmore is how they put Rory on a pedestal so much. And it's like, okay, well, you invented Lorelai and you made her that way. And Lorelai was able to make her daughter that way based on like her thing. So the fact that you're like, this bitch is evil in the middle, it's like, no, you're the one who ruined this.
You're describing Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Where to cut out the middleman.
They ate a seed. I'm like, girl,
I know.
You invented B. Let's take a look at what happened. Like the way they don't examine for a single moment. I mean, the spa scene where Emily's like, what did I do wrong that you can't like me? Is like, I guess that we do get a little bit of that, but then we're back to their bullshit.
Well, right. Because I always viewed the Emily character as someone who's actually so envious of her daughter, Lorelai, and is actually deeply jealous of her.
Of course.
And is taking it out on Lorelai.
Well,
near constantly.
You know that thing where she says, I think the third engagement breaks off for Lorelai, and Emily goes like, you know what? Like, I got married so young because I knew like that's how I had to survive as a woman, and like this was the like rules of how the system works. But you know what? Like, you never fell into that system, and you've actually been taking care of yourself for a long time, and you have like a full life. Like, I think you're gonna be fine. Like, I'm not even worried about you because you're not getting married.
Well, also after 3 engagements, it's like, what can you say?
Totally.
It's like, well, that beat anyone down. But you're so right. I mean, Emily has these really like profound moments to me, and they always come when
Is it okay to sit like this?
Yes, of course. When Richard is either when her and Richard's relationship is estranged, or Richard's sick, or she has these really profound moments of not feeling she has any meaning in her life, and everything she has is like built around affluence and is all it's all just like a whipped cream. It's all just so light and nothing. Like she has her galas.
It's all whipped cream.
It's all whipped cream. Yeah, it's just not so much.
The DAR of it all. Wait, what's the bitch Richard's I should stop saying bitch.
Lachlan.
Pendulin Lachlan?
Pendulin Lachlan.
Pendulin Lachlan.
Lachlan. Yeah.
That rocked my world. That one rocked my world.
So in this situation, it's when Richard goes back to the Harvard-Yale game when Rory's in college, and his college girlfriend is there, and Emily doesn't think they have a relationship anymore because not since college, but actually Richard and Pendulin have been getting lunch once a year, every year, to just catch up behind Emily's back, and Emily's profoundly jealous because she's always been jealous of Pendulin in some way.
Yeah. Because
of the time that she had with Richard that she didn't. But no, the jealousy for Lorelai, to just go back to that for a second. So it's really interesting to me because I feel, and Emily really has these like profound moments where she has these breakdowns, and she is like the one where Richard has a heart attack in the 7th season. She looks upon Lorelai's life and goes, look how much Lorelai has. Like, Lorelai is a self-made woman. Emily is only kept. Like, Lorelai has made a name for herself in the industry. She's made a name for herself in the town. She's raised a daughter who loves her endlessly. Emily doesn't have any of these things. Emily's
very lonely.
Emily's lonely, but in a weird way, she's the only character in the show we ever see her with, like, outside friends. I mean, we have, of course, Lane, and we have Paris for Rory, but Rory is always resentful of Paris, and Lane is always on, like, the cusp of being, like, grounded to oblivion. So
grounded to oblivion.
Truly. Like, Rory only really in the show, like, her only companionship outside her mom is, like, her romantic relationships, and then because Paris is always in a fused state, so it's, like, impossible to actually be friends with her. And then Lorelai doesn't have one damn friend outside of Melissa McCarthy, Suki, and also what white woman is named Suki. Whatever. That one's another story.
I feel like they have a lot of friends.
I know, but they're the townsfolk that, like, kind of are more like fans than friends in my eyes.
I don't agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, like, to me, they all have friends.
Who?
Like, all the people Emily's in the DR with.
I think Emily has friends.
And then Lorelai, friends with all her coworkers, friends with, like, think about how many events she goes to. Like, these are her friends. Luke,
I know, is the man she's, like, pining after.
Luke is her friend.
Luke is her friend, sure. I do agree with that. But it's not like she has a myriad of friends. I feel like so many townsfolk have always, like, been her fans more than her actual friends.
Well, it would be hard to write, like, 7 friends.
No, of course.
Like, that's just how shows work.
I know, but she is kind of like a separate woman. Because even when Rory leaves the house, like, there's a sequence where it's like Lorelai has nothing to do at night for, like, so long, and she gets so bored near constantly to the point that Suki is, like, getting worried about her because she has nothing going on in her life because of her lack of friendships. And Suki, who is fully pregnant, like, has to literally try to go to a bar with Lorelai because she has no one else in her life to go to a bar with.
Literally. It's not good.
No, it's not great.
But they still have more friends than most Americans, I'd say.
Yeah, that's not a high bar, though.
I know. America is so lonely.
I know. It's so lonely.
It's not good. Okay, so what did we want to... We're hopping around this episode because obviously there's 7 seasons of content to discuss.
Girl, what girl are you?
Okay. Well, are you gonna say Lorelai too?
No, I don't know, but it's like if I can only pick from the 2, it's really limited, isn't it? Well, you're Emily, so don't even act.
You think I'm Emily?
Yeah, not even like a doubt in my head.
You think I'm Emily Gilmore?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, every day I wake up and try and be Lorelai.
I will go try a little harder.
Oh my god, you think I'm Emily Gilmore?
Absolutely.
Why? What have I ever done to you?
Commanding presence, type A, detail-oriented, reacting to close emotional relations with hostility.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like me, actually. Yeah. You know what? I always like that girl. I actually take back anything I've ever said in the last 3 years bad about Emily.
No, but I am Lorelai.
What? Girl, what girl
I'm
are you?
deeply sentimental. I am always looking for community and a different way of life. I am desperate to have a child.
I don't think she was desperate to have a child.
And I would love to marry Christopher in Paris for a week.
Yeah, I would too. Honestly, I didn't think that was so wrong.
No.
But I was so upset that they had to be hungry for that long. Get some bread, girl.
They tried. Remember, they went up to the bread truck and then he drove away because he thought they were funny Americans.
Well, they are funny Americans.
They were trying their best. I mean, they shouldn't like do mime work because that's comedic and also artful in Paris.
You think I'm Emily Gilmore?
Yeah. Who did you think you were?
Lorelai.
Why?
Because I'm a girl boss.
I don't know.
And I left the world I grew up in and like built a whole new life for myself. That's mine. And like I think I'm like fun. I think I have like a weird attachment to childish things. Like I'm always dressing like a toddler. And yeah, I'm like very bad with authority and overinvest in things that I shouldn't. And I'm emotionally immature. I push people away in relationships. Anytime someone's close to me, I get scared and run away.
What do you think I am then?
Kirk.
Fine. Because I freelance.
Because you're really good at getting jobs. No, if I had to decide what girl you are, you're you know who
you're gonna say Suki. Shut your mouth.
No. I think you are kind of like Lorelai, but I'm realizing like I'm kind of like Paris Geller.
No, you're not.
There's actually somebody I know in our community who I hated for 2 years.
They're so like Paris Geller.
And then I realized, oh my God, they're like Paris Geller. And I'm able to like love Paris Geller. So now I love this girl. I've come full circle on this girl.
That's amazing.
Because I'm like, she's just Paris. She needs a hug.
She needs a hug.
Well, let's cut to our first break. And when we get back, let's get into the thick of it.
When we get back, we're going to lean into Lorelai.
Yes. And we're back from our coffee break. I wish I could sip coffee for this episode, but I want to fall asleep. And it's 4 p.m.
I know it's 4 p.m. right now.
It's 4 p.m.
But they drink it then.
And they get full sleep. The way they wake up at 6 a.m.
They have amazing REM cycles for women that are that caffeinated.
They literally have amazing REM for drinking that much coffee. And the fact that like they stay up late too. They be watching movies.
Well, that's why this is a work of fiction.
That's why it's fiction at the end of the day.
That's actually the part of the whole show that I think is the most fiction of all of it.
It's eating and being hot.
It's eating and being hot and then stimulating yourself to the point of death and then being able to get full 8 hours. It's
also like Rory has so much going on in her hometown. She's not studying that hard.
What does she have going on?
There's so many events.
A boy and then a best friend
She's always hanging out with Lane and her little Dean or Jess or whatever, going to some sort of wedding.
She studies hard.
Yeah, maybe she can't have it all.
I think she's the first woman ever.
Yeah.
I think Lorelai has it all.
Really?
No, because she can't find a husband. The big premise of having it all is having a husband.
Do you want to be an unmarried woman? See, Gilmore Girls is the kind of show where I'm like, I could be an unmarried woman forever. I don't even want a marriage.
It never helps Lorelai out.
It only causes issues.
It never doesn't cause an issue for her to have a man in her life.
I've actually never met a married woman who's better off married. Sorry.
No, this is scientifically proven.
It's literally the reports have come.
I know.
Huffington Post has reported it, and I'm the qualitative data.
Every time you say a source, you're like, this is profoundly always correct and unbiased. You say Huffington Post.
Cracks me
They're
up.
the end all be all.
Cracks me up. But do you think people love rewatching the show because it's so fake and fairy tale? Like how kids love Disney Princess.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's also like there's a comfort to it. You always know what you're gonna get. Like
there is a reason that there's a small town in Connecticut right now called like Watermill, which is able to create its whole tax base for a year by having Stars Hollow up for 2 months.
And I went to a girl's hometown in Pennsylvania, and I went to the bookshop, and it was giving Stars Hollow, and then I bought a Stars Hollow coloring book.
From the gift shop?
Or from the bookstore, yeah.
They had one?
Yeah, I was like this. I literally was walking around like, oh my God, this is just like Gilmore Girls. And they're like, we actually have a book.
It's so funny because anytime someone's from a charming little town, they always go, it's actually Amy Sherman Palladino visited once. It's actually the basis for Gilmore Girls. I'm like, not every town in the Northeast can be this.
The way everyone in Northeast is like, it's about me. And I'm like, it's actually about me, a girl from a suburb in Texas.
It really is. That's the whole premise because it's filmed in Burbank.
I know. The way it's Burbank.
Oh my God.
So the first like 4 times I watched it, I didn't know it was filmed in Burbank. And then I found out probably in the last like 8 years. And now I can't unsee it.
No, it's
I'm
Burbank
like,
down.
They are so hot in those outfits.
Like, I love this mountain range of northern Connecticut.
So funny.
Yeah, it's great. They have palm trees there now.
Have you seen that bonus episode thing where the episode where it's the picnic baskets and
Wait, bonus episodes of Gilmore Girls?
Or bonus behind the scenes BTS.
Okay.
Where it's the baskets.
Where they auction the baskets?
Yeah, and Suki and Jackson are having a picnic, and I think they get engaged.
Yes.
To be married. And that actually happened at night. And in the bonus features, you see the light. It's like the High School Musical Road to High School Musical 2 behind the scenes, where it was like Every Day of Our Lives song was filmed at night, but they have this giant light making it seem like day. But now when I watch that scene, I can tell it's night because you look around and you're like, yeah, it's dark over there.
Oh, that's incredible.
It opened up my world.
That's amazing.
The magic of TV.
That's so much power.
That's a lot of watts.
That's a lot of watts.
Well,
before we had a spear, we had that light that kind of...
to think they didn't even have ring lights yet.
I just like to think that's the magic of Stars Hollow. It's day when it's night there. That's how magical it is.
What else have they ended up shooting there? Everything.
The Gilmore Girls set?
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, they filmed Wednesday there. I think there's so many shows that have like had an episode there. Actually, Supernatural shot an episode.
Oh my God. I think
Part
Pretty
of
Little
it.
Liars was there too.
I don't think it's the whole show is there, but parts of it are. It's a great set. When you got a gazebo that good, what are you going to not film another TV show there?
And they give tours yearly with it. It's like, come on.
No, not yearly. It's seasonal.
What?
You know this.
When we went to LA in March, I wanted to go.
I know because it was seasonal, so it wasn't up.
That was the only reason we went there. And then I get there, it's closed.
I know.
It's a kid going to the mall, it's closed. Can't go to the toy store.
Interesting. It's quite interesting. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The magic of Gilmore Girls, it's a seasonal show.
I know. Have you started your fall rewatch?
I watched it right at the end of summer. I already finished my fall rewatch, actually.
I rewatch it, but I never really... it's always season 1 through 4 that I'm watching.
Oh, you don't get all the way through?
Yeah, and then I just start over again. I just don't like the later seasons as much.
No, I mean, they're not as good. So, but the thing is, every show has that.
Is there a single show out there that gets better in the later seasons?
Yes, there's some, but it's not episodes. It's not TV shows with 20 episodes, and it's no show that starts off that good. It's like a show that starts off like pretty okay, and then it gets better.
Yeah.
A show that comes to mind, Search Party season 1's really good, and it actually gets better towards the end.
Oh,
I
God.
do think.
It got so scary the last season.
The last season's a little scary, but like 4 is a fantastic season of
The
that
one
show.
with Cola where she's locked up, that stressed me the hell out.
And Broad City, I think, really shines in season 5
mean,
as well.
I really do think they're stars.
No, there's a lot of shows that at the end, when they're like, we can wrap it up, we can hold that creative energy, it gets better, but we're in a holding pattern for a little there.
Yeah.
Well, Bridgerton season 3 was better than Bridgerton season 2.
I'll say.
And I'll die on that hill.
I'll die on that hill. And you know what? I think The Hunting Wives is going to be even better season 2.
No.
Yeah, because so much of season 1 is setting up season 2. Which not a lot of shows have enough foresight. But with this show, it's like, okay, that scene.
Well, they didn't know.
But they planned. I'm telling you, the girl who has the season 2 arc already written before day 1 of shooting.
The girl who has whatever.
The girl who optioned the show.
I love that the other week I told you what a manuscript was, and then you're like, you wrote it into a stand-up joke. You go, and the girl has a manuscript. It was like, what?
Literally, it's
That's
handwritten.
great.
I had to Google it this week
That's
to double
awesome.
check.
Yeah.
So similar to Girls and Broad City, Gilmore Girls is mainly focused on the female relationship. So yes, there's love interest, like they have their Adam or like their Lincoln, whatever. But it's always the A plot of the episode is how is Rory relating to Lorelai? How is Lorelai relating to Emily? And so forth.
Right. Again, beautiful. Thank you, Amy Sherman Palladino.
Literally.
It's such a fun name to say. Yeah.
I feel like you're the only one who's gotten to say it so far.
You wanna
Amy
say
Sherman
it?
Palladino.
No, you don't say it with enough wanderlust.
Amy Sherman Palladino.
Ooh, Italian, but not
Ooh.
wanderlust.
We gotta get Zev Jeremiah Goldstein back on the pod. Michael should be here for this.
Amy Sherman Palladino. That's such a good name.
Yeah, she really did say, let's dissect that. And I mean, the love interests are a huge part of the show. It is very much like in the era where it was always like, I mean, Twilight, where it's like Team Edward, Team Jacob. I feel like we don't necessarily do that with Girls or Broad City. They were 2010s where we were like, we don't need to have teams of like the whatever. We've kind of moved past that. But this is so like Team Dean, Team Luke, Team etc.
Team Jazz. Well, I don't know if Lorelai necessarily. I guess there's Christopher versus Luke, which is always the center question. But the show always frames it that Luke is in the right and Christopher is always the afterthought.
I know, but who do you think each of the girls should end up with?
Easy. Lorelai, Luke. And then Rory with Logan.
Whoa.
Logan was always my favorite love interest.
Me too. People love to say everybody's so Jess. Well, we have to talk about the phenomenon where you have to ask somebody when discussing Gilmore Girls whether they're Team Jess for Rory or Team Jess for themselves. Because people are often saying like, I would want Jess to be my boyfriend. But it's like, who do you think Rory would be best matched with is the real question.
No, Jess is scorned. Jess is scorned Rory in such profound ways. You can
He's
go
so
back
emotionally immature. I can't with that.
and I know he writes a book later on, so that makes him a better person. But I'm going to tell you, a male author is one of the most flawed individuals we have.
Literally. And it's like he had a very traumatic childhood that he definitely hasn't healed from.
No, not even close. And going to Pennsylvania is not going to heal anything, by the way.
And also,
It's not
like,
a very healing city.
don't you think Jess would resent Rory for being
Good for
so
cheesesteak.
so taken care of? I think that would be like,
He does.
yeah, I think that would be a real issue.
That's a center part of it also, I do believe.
What really pisses me off about Rory, I'll love, is that she is constantly with people who need her support and she will not support them. Like, Jess like needs someone there for him, and she like
But weren't you the one just saying a second ago that women never fare well in their relationships?
100%. And by the way, I contain multitudes. Let me pet my clock. But it's more just like Lane is being shipped off to nowhere and Rory is like, sorry, like I've got a test. Or
when
like,
she has to go to Korea.
yeah, when she has to go to Korea with that giant suitcase. Or like with Jess, it's like,
What is she gonna do, Rory? She's 17 years old.
I guess that's true.
Who can stand up to Mrs. Kim? No one can stand up to the
You're
force
right.
of Mrs. Kim.
I take back everything I said.
Thank you.
To me, I'm just like, Rory's just floating through life. Everyone's like fixing her problems for her.
Well, the world revolves around her.
Yeah, it is that way. Sometimes I just worry for like, I mean, what happened to Lane Kim is really upsetting.
Well, it's so interesting that Rory is so pretty that men are always just like throwing themselves so completely at her, while she is so career oriented and never treats relationships with like the same level of want and need that her partners have in it.
Literally, the way Dean is obsessed and Rory is just like, he's nice.
He is such a good first boyfriend though.
Yeah, but he really is like, the more I rewatch the show, the more I hate him every time.
He's just so simple. Like,
he's very abusive. He's very controlling.
I don't think he's abusive.
He's very controlling.
Is he controlling?
Every conflict that they have in every episode is Rory did nothing wrong, but Dean's jealous. And it's like, oh, Rory hasn't done anything.
Wait, like what?
Like Dean's always so stressed that like, oh, Rory has a thing for Jess. And it's like, Rory wants to be with you. I mean, that changes, but like.
But that's later on.
But it's also like Dean is like, oh, I don't want to go to the thing. I don't want to wear the suit. And then it's
But he does for her.
I know, he's just so like
I think he's just so blue collar and is just not used to the world of Emily at all. So anytime he has to interact with it, it's his first time. Like, he doesn't label himself as someone who dresses up for anything or has fancy meals. He's very down to earth.
I guess he's just like, you need to spend time with me. You can study a different day.
I know. He's just so simple. Like,
yeah, it pisses me off.
How simple he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very interesting phenomenon looking at him because he is the kind boyfriend. He ultimately doesn't ever really do anything wrong to Rory. Like, he's very kind.
He is kind, but he's so mad at her constantly.
But Rory's mad at him too, no?
Rory's always just trying to prevent Dean from being angry.
Yeah, I guess she does tippy toe around him quite a bit.
Like the entire party scene where they get in the fight, it's like...
Do you mean the prom?
And the one where Jess tries something with Rory.
I thought you meant Chad Michael Murray in the first season with Dean.
Oh yeah, when they kiss.
No. When Dean punches Chad Michael Murray at his
like
prom.
why is he always punching people that are
He is always using his fist.
He's always using his fist, and it's like he's so mad about Christian. Like when he shows up to pick her up in like the end of season 1, and Christian's like holding her books, he like freaks out, and she's like, literally nothing happened, relax. And he's like, I'm so mad and I can't trust him.
Yeah, it's because he holds Rory on such a high pedestal and anything that could kind of shake their relationship, because he's never, and the problem is he never felt good enough for Rory.
Yeah, so he's scared of her leaving her, but then that's what ultimately pushes him away from her.
Yeah, it does.
Damn.
It's sad to watch. And that's the same thing that happens with Jess. Like, that's a pattern that always happens with Rory, is that she's put on such a high pedestal that no one feels they're able to reach it, and ultimately pushes her partners away because it's a task too large for them. And they end up getting jealous because she's so beautiful and smart and perfect that no one ever feels they're good enough for her. But she doesn't say that. Hard to date
Rory, yeah.
I know. It is very interesting to watch. But Logan is her first counterpart because he's always been treated in the same way that Rory has felt.
Ultimately,
very like always the highest status person in the room, smart. Like, girls always want Logan. Yeah. He comes from a very wealthy family.
It's like cool Logan picked her.
Right.
It's just like Logan would never pick her in real life.
Really?
Yeah, like a girl who's so like... Men don't tend to like women that are that opinionated.
I know, but in TV shows, they love it more than anything.
Yeah.
In TV shows, the more opinionated a woman is, the more they're loved by men.
I know, it's amazing. I'm like, by the way, I tried this in real life. It doesn't work, you guys.
I know, that's why it's fiction. That's why it's fantasy. That's why it's so enjoyable to watch.
Well, that's why women love it, is they like are like, oh, if I was an annoying woman.
Right.
Or I am an annoying woman. They see themselves in these annoying women. And then they see these women get all these awesome things still. And they're like, this show's awesome.
It is interesting that both all the men that come into Rory's life end up having successful careers in TV and film afterwards. And there's no other genre of people in the whole TV show that have that.
Well,
they
by
get
the way,
all the heartthrobs.
That's exactly what happened with Girls. Adam Driver became Kylo Loren. What is the phenomenon? But
you know, Allison Williams has an amazing career. Sasha Mammoth does.
But it's like, yeah, if you think about like who are the most commercially successful, it's always the men in these woman-led TV shows.
Yeah.
Because also here's the thing, it's like, yes, it's an amazing show about women, but men love the show too, because finally men like are written in a way that feels actually authentic. Like Luke is so layered, like Jess is so layered, like all these characters like are so interesting. And I think it's the same with Girls, where it's like Adam is such an interesting character, Ray is such an interesting man. Like it's just written better. Right.
Women are so observational. And it's interesting because a counterpart to so many of these shows like Girls, and even kind of Gilmore Girls, but definitely more Girls, Broad City, is Entourage. And the men that are written in Entourage are so frivolous and unwritten. Like, they're so 2D, and all they care about is like sex, money, and their next job. Where the men in Gilmore Girls, they like have lust and love and passion, and they are chasing the woman and are chasing their career. And they're fraught with emotion and distraught.
Yes. Like Luke listening to the audiobook to get the confidence to ask Lorelai out finally. I mean, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. So you're Team Logan. I'm Team Logan.
I actually looked up a poll recently because I was under the impression that for so long people were Team Jess, Team Dean probably.
Yeah.
But actually the most popular in 2018, this poll came out, was Logan.
Really? I always thought I was hashtag different for thinking that.
No, but also it could be a bias poll because I've seen other ones where people love Jess the most.
Totally. Polls are tough.
Well, it's also what's the actor's name again?
Milo?
Milo. Milo's been so beloved in culture afterwards that you see him on screen and you can't separate him from his other characters. You go, you know the man he's going to become. Because kind of Jess's character becomes the other characters that Milo plays on TV. Like he's arching towards that. And Jess always feels like the natural like prelude to who Milo acts as in the rest of his career, which is so funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's always that bad boy turn good.
I make them good girls go bad, but inverse.
Inverse.
Yeah, that is so real. So Team Logan, let's hop over to Lorelai. Your Team Luke?
I love Christopher too, but I do like Luke.
Kind of am Team Christopher.
Your Team Christopher?
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one who knows her like that.
Because they have history? Is that...
Yeah, and I think they actually like really understand each other. I mean, he does suck, but I think he becomes good for his other girl. But it's like if
his other girl.
What's her name?
Gigi or the mother of Gigi?
Gigi's mom.
Oh.
What is that damn girl's name? Cheryl?
Cheryl, yes. Sherry.
Sherry. Yeah, I mean, he's like shows up for Sherry in a way where I'm like, if Christopher wasn't right for Lorelai when they were 16, like they had to go off and be on these separate journeys, but I think he matures enough that he could marry Lorelai and that could work out successfully.
Well, they do get married.
Yeah, I think they should have stayed married. I would have loved that.
The thing is, Christopher's so immature because he still is jealous of Luke after he finds the testimonial that Lorelai has to write.
Yes.
And he isn't mature enough to deal with his emotions, and that's actually what pushes him away.
You're right.
It's his own immaturity.
Damn, you are convincing me of everything today. I'm like, so I actually am Team Luke. Luke is an amazing guy. It is just like, he's kind of boring.
He isn't so boring though. Like he speaks simply, and I think that's often confused with boring. But he has a complex emotional world in him, and that's always highlighted by like him buying his father's or keeping his father's boat in that garage, and that
is true.
Like he holds on to things, and he's such a caretaker. Like he doesn't have any biological children, or he has April, but he doesn't have any biological children at birth. Like he doesn't raise any babies, but he becomes a father to so many characters in the show. In a way, he has 3 children, which is April, Jess, and even Rory, some would say. Because
he showed up for that
He shows
graduation.
up. He is the father figure for Rory in the show, even though Christopher's the actual father.
Yeah.
He shows up for Rory more than anyone else. I mean, there's so many examples of that. He's such a good guy, and he's always he's a man of action. And I think that's a comforting character to watch.
Yeah.
He's in service to Lorelai.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I mean, he also one thing I've always did not like about their relationship that she doesn't have in other relationships is because Lorelai knows that if she feigns incompetence, Luke will do everything for her. So she doesn't do anything, and she doesn't have that any for other relationships like with Christopher. Or
she infantilizes herself. She literally acts like Luke's daughter.
No, she acts like the baby voices, everything in her house.
Please give me coffee.
Right, Luke does everything, and Luke always has to go to distance to try to figure out what Lorelai is getting up to.
Luke is building her a damn lake.
I find interesting because Lorelai is so forthcoming in her other relationships, where she buys a damn ice rink,
or makes it, yeah. Or what's it called? Doesn't he teach her to fish for a date?
Yeah, for a different date.
That is sick.
With a coffee shop owner.
Yeah, that is sick.
Or coffee company owner.
Right, that's a fun one.
Yeah, it's so, she always acts as a child, and Luke, and that's kind of their relationship. In a way, actually, Luke has 4 children.
Yeah, and Luke likes that, so I guess it's fine, but it is, an interesting way to pursue a relationship.
Yeah, it really is.
But you know what? She helps him too. She buys him belts
No,
and like
absolutely.
yeah. So you know what? I think their relationship is healthy. Except the April plotline, we didn't need it, girl. Skip it next
No,
time.
come on. We had to get the seasons out.
Not April. Not the switched
You
at
didn't
birth
like
girl.
April?
Hated her. You know, April's mom was originally gonna be Lorelai. Fun fact.
Wait, what do you mean?
She was like
The actress.
yeah, she was like the other option.
Because they look so much alike.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting because the character of April is so similar to Rory.
Literally.
I always found interesting.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Because they like to write really smart women.
Right.
They don't want a woman. Like, I think that's the magic of Amy Sherman Palladino. She likes really articulate, smart women as examples that women can be smart. And April's smart in a more STEM way, which is also refreshing to watch. A woman in STEM always is.
She was writing women in STEM before we even were like, we need to be writing about women in STEM.
I know.
Oh God, Amy Sherman Palladino.
Amy Sherman Palladino.
Okay, let's keep chugging along.
Let's embark on Emily.
Let's embark on Emily.
Let's embark on Emily.
Well, let's cut to our second break.
Okay.
And when we get back, we'll embark on Emily.
Or-
And we're back from the break.
Oh my God.
So, girl, what girl am I? I'm this one. And you know what? Every time I rewatch the show, I get closer to agreeing with Emily Gilmore.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not like. I love Emily, of course, but I don't like what Emily represents in the show at all.
She is quite relentless and like tenacious, but I think it's cool that she's passionate.
She's meddling though, which is one of my least favorite qualities.
She is meddling, and I think her inability to like accept her daughter for who she is really not okay.
No, not at all.
Why don't you just love her?
It's literally the.
But I guess she was conditioned and socialized that her way of showing love is like setting her up for success in this world. So her making Lorelai like take cotillion or like act a certain way, it's because it's like, this is how you have to be as a woman to attain like safety and like family and community. And like in Emily's eyes, every mean thing she does to Lorelai is because she's like, Lorelai, I don't want you to end up like if I acted like you in my generation, I'd be dead.
Right. She's fearful.
She's fearful, and like she just wants her daughter to like be safe and successful, but the way she pursues that is really misguided.
Well, she projects all her insecurities on Lorelai.
It's not good.
Endlessly. And the thing about Emily is that it does not matter the relationship she's in, she rarely feels satisfied from it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's moments. I think a key one of that is like when her and Rory go to Europe.
She had a ball.
And when her and Richard reunite after their separation.
I love Richard and Emily. They are the perfect couple.
Are they? Hopefully. Like, they balance each other well. And like in a lot of ways, and like keeping the home alive and a relationship alive, they do a great job. But as actual like communicators, I mean, ones that love each other,
they're not necessarily perfect.
I guess they meet each other where they're at.
But they're both very clever to each other in a way that they show they care. Like Richard, when he retires and can tell Emily like wants her day to herself, he like pretends to be busy. You know?
Yeah.
Like they
That
really
is
do try
kind.
and show up for each other.
I know, but then Emily gets so tired that he has to send him to stay with Lorelai for the day.
That was
and
a mess.
Richard gets resentful of that.
That was, yeah. So there's a push and pull. There's a push and pull.
There's a push and pull.
It's a drama after all. Is it?
A comedy drama.
A dramedy?
A dramedy.
Love it.
I mean, the character of Emily is needed. It's very interesting because, what's her name? What's like Bishop? What's her first name?
Kelly Bishop?
Yeah, the character of Kelly Bishop, I didn't feel like she got her kernuppins when the show came out, and that's why she named her memoir her third Gilmore Girl. And she seems like a very lovely woman, but part of it is that never got like the accolades of being one of the stars of the show, and never got the spotlight that she maybe felt she deserved in such a powerful show. Even these years later, like it's still, the light is still on Lorelai and Rory so much.
Well, I do think it was written so it would be about the two.
It is.
But she really finds a way to make herself the third Gilmore. I read that book. That was the first book I read this year.
Oh, what did you think?
Love it. She's a Broadway doll. She's like an old broad. You know,
Yeah,
she's like
she
a
is.
real woman from like a certain
And
era.
she's so happy in real life, which
Yeah.
does make me happy.
And she lives a full life.
A full life.
Stunning. Ballerina, chorus line queen.
Whoa.
She originated the role of
Of-
that girl in chorus line.
Oh, I thought you meant Emily Gilmore. I was like, yeah, she did.
And that one too.
She was our first Emily Gilmore. And in the pilot episode, I'm glad they changed her hair from that one because it was so bad in the pilot.
It is the kind of thing where if this show was made today, Emily Gilmore would actually be Busy Phillips. Like, you know, like women don't ever look that old anymore. Like that's actually Anne Hathaway right there.
I know.
Like what is she in this? Like
she's not even that old. She's
she's
supposed to be like 60,
55 or something. Yeah.
I think, yeah.
60.
Uh-huh.
My mom's 60.
I think they are
Whoa.
by now. And she is that.
My mom's like, where's my 16-year-old granddaughter? Pick up the pace. Come on.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I like Emily. I'm glad she is such a center part of the show. It's one of those things where she had a redemption arc, like in culture, but I do think as time passes, people wane with the same distent they kind of had for her the whole time. That she is really just like too self-assured and controlling.
Yeah.
And it's very much the antithesis of like what Gen Z culture is about. She's so traditional and conservative.
So traditional.
Right.
A Republican.
She is like a classic Republican.
It's not okay.
I know. I mean, we don't even have those kind of Republicans anymore.
Really?
They're all like billionaire tech oligarchs or people in the deep south.
It's
and then,
so cool that like oligarchy is everywhere we look.
I mean, even Emily Gilmore's household.
Emily's control and elitism, it's too much at a certain point. Like the way she is,
She's so elitist. She
she's
fires
so
maids every
elitist.
hour.
She fires every maid. Like this is actually an evil, wicked woman.
Oh, now you think so. You flip so quick, my dear.
Yeah, I have a lot of mixed feelings.
I know. Well, it's a mixed feeling thing.
Well,
'cause
that's
she
the
is
thing
a
about the
powerful
show.
woman.
It's like if you actually look at the show in the context of today, you're like, these women are insufferable and really bad people. But these are my mom and dad. This is my family.
I know, it raised you.
These are my girls.
Yeah, I mean, one center part of this whole TV show is that they all kind of have the missing decade of the 20s, where the 20s is all about like exploration, fun, finding yourself. Emily got married right out of college. She didn't have that opportunity. Rory was forced to grow up so quickly, kind of on her own accords too, because she was
parentified.
Yes, she always really, like, she was also raising Lorelai as Lorelai was raising her in a way.
Yeah.
And Lorelai had her Rory when she was 16 years old, so none of them have the self-discovery time that's so crucial and really, I mean, they're very defined as people, but in kind of easing your one's edges, I would say.
100%. I feel like the combo of the two is like we're actually getting a show about 20-something girls, but no one's 20 in it.
No one's 20, but the median mode is 20.
Yeah, because Lorelai's acting so childish. Rory's acting so grown up. Let's meet in the middle.
Let's meet in the middle. I know. Yeah, I the feeling is that the 20s are so definitive in what they are that because milestones kind of define where you are later in life, when you don't without certain milestones, you're kind of like perpetually in your 20s.
100%, because
like a sense of
20s is the
feeling.
decade where there's nothing.
Right, exactly.
Like you spent your whole life graduating or doing this or doing this or doing this, and then like in your 30s it's like marriage, kids, whatever.
Right.
20s is really just like go for a walk. But you know what's so fun about Lorelai and Rory's relationship is that it's so much this codependent friendship like that of Broad City. So it's actually pretty similar to Broad City in that it's like they're getting up to shenanigans,
Right.
but instead of New York, it's Stars Hollow.
The thing about Stars Hollow, even being such a small town, it's just as big as New York.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
They have so high quality decorations for every single event.
At least the caliber of events they have too.
I know. I'm like, if you
It's
actually went to
endless.
Connecticut Town, I don't think the snowmen could be that good. I do feel like Rory and Lorelai are so Broad City, but Lorelai and Emily are so girls because fraught with like,
Yeah.
they're being quite mean.
They're like forced to be in a relationship with one
They're
another
forced to interact, and
because of history.
it's like they need to have a talk in the shower. They need to have a season 5 episode 9
I
talk.
know nothing in this TV show
Or
happens in
season
a
6.
bathroom. One of the most upsetting parts of the whole
The
TV
worst
show.
part of this TV show, where the fuck are the bathrooms
not one
in
bathroom.
Lorelai's house?
We don't see it once.
Please. Pisses me off.
Oh, I guess we kind of see it one time after the renovation, but it's through a door.
When they I remember being so pissed off when they were like, Luke is gonna get an apartment not at the diner for him and Jess to live in, and I'm like, well, that would never work. And so then they just invent like a wall, like suddenly they can just knock down a wall and build a room for Jess up there. It's like, yeah, of course, why not?
It's movie magic.
It's movie magic.
Oh.
The candy store of it all too, with the window.
Oh, don't get me started on Taylor.
Don't get me started on Taylor. We'll do a separate episode on Taylor and Kirk, obviously.
There's a queer theory deep in this show.
You think Taylor's queer?
Gay? Yeah, it's actually a big part of not the and I said I wouldn't bring this up, but it's a
What?
big part of Year in Our Life. Gilmore Girls.
Oh God, don't say it.
It
Who do you
is.
think is gay? I mean, Michelle was gay the whole time.
Yeah, then that's revealed also, and then Taylor. There's a
I can't believe they couldn't even like have Michelle be a little gay.
He is gay. It's like not even gay or European. It's like gay and gay or European.
I can't believe
He's
like
chow chows.
it was
Jesus.
just 15 years ago that they could not do that.
I know. Ellen changed everything.
And Abby. When Alana kisses
No.
Aaliyah Shawkat, the world changed in that moment.
Oh God, take me back.
Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time. I'm going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions. Don't think twice. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you a schoolgirl or are you wearing red toe nail polish, girl?
Tail polish. You want me to ask you? Would you rather have Jess crash your car or Logan steal your boat?
I want Logan to steal my boat. Drop out of high school or drop out of Yale?
Yale, I'll be. Teen pregnancy or Dean pregnancy?
Teen pregnancy. Sorry. Vice president to Paris or open a business with
Open a business with Snooki.
Snooki. Straight hair Lorelai or curled hair Lorelai?
Oh, come on. Straight hair.
Curled hair.
Lorelai Gilmore the first, second, or third?
Lorelai Gilmore the first. Sleep with the pumpkins or host the DAR luncheon? Heyo.
DAR luncheon. I know those women can eat.
A DAR luncheon would be amazing.
Yeah, well, I know their food's not so great, but it's about the company.
Chad Michael Murray or Adam Brody?
Anna Brody. Tristan or Dave Rogalski?
Dave Rogalski is my dream man. Would you rather have Michelle or Emily comment on your outfit?
Michelle. What is he gonna know? How many suits can one wear and have a taste? Sorry, Tim Gunn. Would you rather be the subject of town meeting or on a menu at Luke's Diner?
Oh, I want a town meeting to be about me. Does season 7 count?
With the way I watch it, it does. Does a year in the life count?
You know it doesn't.
Does it not?
Wait, I'm so sad we didn't get to talk about all of Lane's boyfriends, but we'll have to save that for another
Oh
episode.
my God, it's a full episode.
Can we do a full episode just on Lane's boyfriends?
What, all two of them?
Yeah.
They're both in her
Well,
band.
and there's Kevin.
Yeah, but they don't like really date.
I know, which we can discuss. Well, there's so much we didn't discuss. But
I know, I kind of want to watch this whole show.
I'm like, wait a second. Can we do Gilmore Girls for all of fall?
It's so good.
We did the poll, the survey, and people, as many
It
people.
wasn't overwhelming Gilmore Girls, but there was interest.
There was a fight.
There was a fight. People wanted it.
Yeah.
It's a classic show for a reason. It's a show we both truly love.
We always rewatch it, so I think for the rest of time, we can, anytime we want, do an episode on it.
God, I won't get tired of it.
We don't have to limit ourselves.
No. Let's not wait another 25 years to talk about it.
Well,
Come
we should
on.
do an episode where we discuss the documentary because obviously I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts.
It's coming out the day this episode comes out.
Oh, well, we have to hurry.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, anyhow, let's close this episode out. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, Gilmore Girls is really that girl.
Boom.
It is a classic show to rewatch. It is jam-packed with dialogue, information. It's so unique in tone, structure, plot, character, even look, which makes it one of the most defining shows, period.
The thing about Gilmore Girls is that if you take out everything and it's just the drama plot lines, that's an amazing show. If you take out everything and just leave the comedy plot lines, that's an amazing show. Like,
So can you imagine them together?
imagine them together. It's so rich, and like what we talk about when we talk about decadence, Gilmore Girls has so much to unpack and explore.
Literally.
And it feels like a fine wine. It feels like a thick cake. A thick cake.
Well, if you guys have a cake on the mind, use that to infuse your rate and review for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us on all podcast platforms. Please tell a friend about this pod. It's the best way for someone to find a podcast.
Comment down below which love interest your team.
Ooh, or what girl you are.
And if you think you're Emily or something. Because I'd love to have a friend in that.
And next week we'll be back into Broad City. But till then, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.